defensive work, and this drill is the W drill. The cones are set out as obviously like a W, and this is working on your stance when you're moving as a defender and the sorts of positions and how you get power from your movement. So the basic position you're going to take up is a T position, feet moving, making a T, and this every time you go back, you're going to push off this back leg and you're going to be able to get power from there, which is an action. So every time you move backwards, looking for a strong position, your feet quite close together, staying low, and little short steps using the arms. So this drill is going to take into account all of that, and we're just going to go through it now. Start this go.
We use the root tree in defence as well. It's the same setup. The way we're going to do it, we're going to back pedal from the first cone out of the middle, and then we've always got to be looking at the ball because we're defending. We're either going to try and, if we can't quite catch it, swap the ball away, or if it's set to catch, we can catch it and then we can counter attack. So the way we're going to turn, if we're turning left or right, as we back pedal, we're going to open our hips up and move that way so we can move through the ball, same as if we go right. So we open our hips up and then we go. So I'm going to show you an example. Me going right.
Interception!
Progress the root trio now with with an attacker. So I'm going to try and defend against him.
So Jack will always start 5 metres out so he can track the run of Jack Benden.
Ready, set, hut.
So Jack intercepted that one. You can do this for any of the other root tree positions.
When defending against a Hail Mary, we do it in a slightly different way. Because we've always got to be looking at the ball, if you turn and run like that, you can't actually see the ball. So the way we do it is we still turn the same way, lifting that leg over, we turn, so we're looking over our shoulder, either way, then you turn so you can see the ball. So I'm going to show you an example here.
Ready, set, hut! So when it comes to flag football, there's two types of marking. Same as ultimate frisbee, there are zonal and man-to-man. Each of these has their advantages, disadvantages. Zonal is where you, as a team, decide that each player, defender, is going to mark a certain zone in your territory, so that anybody or ball that comes into the zone, then you should try and intercept that. You should be marking that zone. This is advantageous because it's quite structured. It's wherever if the attacker catches the ball in your zone, you know whose zone that is. But it can be a disadvantage because you can have multiple things going on. So two players could cross your zone. You could have your eyes on those. They could then leave, and a new man could come in. You might not notice that, and then that guy could take a catch. Man to man is where you divide your team defence up and assign each one to a certain attacking man on the other team. This is advantageous because it's a lot more structured, even despite the other one being structured. You know exactly who you're marking, and you can track them all the way. A disadvantage is obviously that you can have a lot of people running everywhere. It can be quite confusing. You could lose your man in the crowds, but then you can obviously assign your man to the defensive side, so you know whose man's taking it and which person needs to improve how they're marking.
5, 4, 5, 0, 3. Brilliant. Excited. Yeah. Good. How are you? I'm good. You? Not Monday or Tuesday. Wednesday and cheers. Again?